A lot of women don't even know they're living in survival mode because they're still getting things done. Still cooking, you're still cleaning, still taking care of everybody. Answering messages, you're still trying to improve yourself, glow up, go to the gym, do what you need to do. So technically, it looks like you're coping, but inside, you're tired all the time, emotionally, mentally, physically tired. It's that kind of tired where small things feel really, really draining. And for a long time, I thought it was just adulthood, especially when you're constantly responsible for things, for your children, for your home, especially if you have a role at work where you might be a supervisor or a manager. You are the strong one that they look to. And the thing is about survival mode, it looks normal if you don't check in with yourself. You need to actually stop and say, okay, am I actually okay? And I feel like a lot of women are so used to being in survival mode, they're disconnected from themselves and they don't even know that they're living in survival mode. I realized one thing, when I felt guilty for resting, I knew this couldn't be normal. Even when I sat down, my brain was still running and running and running. The thoughts kept coming in thick and fast. I'll be in my bed thinking, what needs cleaning? What needs to be bought? What needs to be done? Like, it's constant. I never get to switch off. Even relaxing felt stressful to me. And even when you finally get time to yourself, you still feel that pressure. I don't know where that pressure comes from, but you feel that pressure to get something done, to be productive. And honestly, I don't think it's healthy. And a lot of women only feel worthy when something is done or when they're valuable to somebody. You know, when they're helping someone, when they're cleaning something, when they're fixing something. So when you finally stop and your mind doesn't stop, it feels exhausting. I feel like women carry so much mentally that a lot of people don't even realize. I don't even feel us as women, as individuals, even realize. Not just physical, it's not just mental, emotional, planning everything, planning the future, you know, money managing, just carrying the emotional energy of the home. Then trying to improve yourself on top of that, trying to improve your career, change career, trying to lose weight, put on weight, try to glow up, try to learn how to do makeup, try to learn how to do your hair. It's exhausting. The pressure to be feminine, the pressure to, you know, wear a skirt. How am I going to wear a skirt if I have to chase after a toddler? How am I going to wear some cute little sandals if I have to wear trainers because my toddler is too fast? And women are so used to carrying things that when they're struggling, they don't even notice. They probably notice when they get sick, they get a cold and it's a really bad cold, or, you know, they, God forbid, end up in hospital, you know, for stress or something like that. That's when they're like, okay, I'm not okay. And just because you're functioning doesn't mean that you're actually okay. It just means that you've had no choice but to keep going. When I realized I was emotionally drained is when the small things were just felt like such a big thing to me, like getting up in the morning, you know, the cooking, the cleaning, the taking the kids to school. Why does it feel like I'm doing rocket science? Why does it feel so hard to do day-to-day things? This is not going to work. This is not improving myself. This is not taking care of my body. But yet I feel like it's so exhausting. Kids are screaming, crying, shouting, "Mommy, mommy." You just feel irritated. Little noises irritate you, you know, even if your kid is humming or making noise and expressing themselves, you're just like, ugh. Replying to messages is like, I think I've got about 4 messages I need to reply to, and I'm just like, and then you feel guilty because it's like, why am I so overwhelmed? Like, there's nothing big happening for me to feel overwhelmed like this. But when your mind never fully gets to rest, you get overwhelmed and then everything feels so heavy. You're overstimulated, your brain is full and your nervous system is tired. And to the outside world, you're doing fine, you're doing great, you're an amazing mom, you're an amazing person, you're doing everything that needs to be done, you're hitting a milestone. So to the outside world, she's fine. She looks fine. She gets up, she grooms herself, she showers, brushes her teeth, looks nice. Kids look nice, house is clean, meals are absolutely tasty. So is she actually overwhelmed? And I think this is the most saddest part of the whole thing, is that survival mode becomes your new normal, becomes your personality trait. The strong one, the helper, the fixer, the one that's doing the emotional labor for everybody, the one that you can rely on, the one that's responsible for everything. But, you know, who checks on you? Who's the strong one for you? And after a while, you stop asking yourself, what do I need? It's always, what does the kids need? What does my husband need? What does the house need? What do you need? And you stop doing things slowly. You know, there's some women that I see around, and they walk with such elegance. They never rush. Even if I know they're late for the school run, they're still walking at a certain speed like that. Because they know I'm already late. So what's the point in rushing? I never see them rush, ever. And people always see me rushing, moving at 100 miles per hour. What am I rushing for? Everything becomes responsibility. Everything becomes pressure. And then you slowly disappear from yourself. And it's not dramatic. It just happens slowly and quietly. You know, you stop pouring into yourself. You stop doing little things for you. Just stop enjoying the little things in life, which make life so precious. I feel like a lot of women are grieving themselves and they don't even realize. A lot of people don't understand that healing feels very strange at first. Because when you're stressed for so long, peace can just seem unfamiliar. Rest feels uncomfortable and slowing down feels lazy. It's like you're uncomfortable when there's calm. Like you're on edge and you're waiting for the next stressful thing to happen. And I realized that's what survival mode does to someone. It teaches your body to stay alert all the time. Your nervous system doesn't actually get to relax. What I think I'm learning lately is that healing is not as dramatic as I thought it was. So sometimes healing is small. Sometimes healing is, you know, taking that hour out for yourself to do absolutely nothing. Sometimes it's watching movies in the day when your kids are out at school. Sometimes it's doing something that others might seem as, oh my gosh, that is so lazy, that is so unproductive, but it's exactly what you need. And resting is still productive because you're recharging for when things happen. Recharging that hour before you pick up the kids from school is needed. It's because when you come back, there's dinners, there's baths, there's cleaning, there's cooking, there's so much to be done that you need that hour. If not, you will burn out. And honestly, I don't want to spend my life surviving. I want to be thriving. I want to enjoy life because it's so precious. I don't want exhaustion and the strong one to be my personality trait. I don't want to feel like struggle is the norm. I want peace. I want softness. I want joy. I want to feel connected to myself again. A lot of women secretly want the same thing. If you've been feeling emotionally exhausted lately, you've been functioning, but you're not really okay. Resting makes you feel guilty. If you feel disconnected from yourself, maybe you're just overloaded. Maybe you've just been in survival mode for far too long. And honestly, you deserve peace. And you deserve a life where you don't feel emotionally heavy. And if this video connected to you, I'll leave my Substack below. I'm building a soft, healing community for women who are trying to come back to themselves slowly. But let me know in the comment section, have you ever realized that you were living in survival mode? And if you did, what was the next steps that you took after that? If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you for my next one. Bye.